New tonight, more than 24 people face federal charges in a drug trafficking case. That indictment was just unsealed on Thursday. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, 25 defendants are charged with conspiracy to distribute meth, fentanyl, and cocaine. The investigation covers multiple counties in our state, including Guilford, Randolph, Montgomery, and Durham counties. The U.S. Attorney's Office says this all comes after a 2-year investigation. A Davidson County man is accused of abusing an 8-month-old child. Back on September 26, detectives received a report of child abuse in the Denton community. The child had suffered bleeding on the brain and fractured ribs. Doctors believe it was a case of shaken baby syndrome, and yesterday this man, Eddie Sims, was arrested. He is now charged with 1 count of felony child abuse. In the meantime, a man is accused of shooting and killing a dog in the Thomasville area. Deputies found the dog dead on Jackie Murphy's property back in September. Detectives believe Murphy shot the dog. He was arrested and charged with 1 count of felony animal cruelty. That charge came down on Monday. All right, folks, we do want to be upfront with you. We think technology took an early holiday vacation day, so we're working out through some technical difficulties, but bear with us. We'll get you the forecast and see what happens from there.
The forecast we got for you, Devontae.
That's good.
You know, what would be better is if we could see some decent showers overnight.
We need it.
Need it bad. I tell you what, we've been dry for several weeks now and getting some rain in here. I don't think this will be our best chance over the course of the next week. Not tonight's rain, but as we get on into next week, we have a better chance, and that'll fall about Tuesday. There's been a few spritz and sprinkles and showers on the radar this evening. You can see them pushing on through. Had a little bit up over Rockingham County, now into Caswell County. A few showers down around Davidson, but very light activity. Back out to the west, there's a little bit more moisture. You can see down pushing into the Tennessee mountains and getting ready to move into the North Carolina mountains over the course of the next hour or so. But even that activity is kind of limited in the amounts of rainfall that are with it. So it's not going to solve our problems as far as the drought's concerned, but at least it'll get us something in here as we get on into the overnight. But then by tomorrow morning, we should start to clear back out. You can see how things really kind of just after the midnight hour, those showers, there's just not a lot left of them as they come out of the mountains. We'll see if this model holds true. I kind of hope it's wrong and that we see a few extra showers out there as we go into the overnight. But then by tomorrow morning, we clear out, and by noontime, we're seeing our temperatures into the mid-60s. And then as we get into the afternoon, some cooler air after that front moves through comes in, and it brings our temperatures down a little bit as we get into the late afternoon. 43 by late afternoon up around the mountains tomorrow afternoon. Then as we get into the day Sunday, we'll start off a little chilly, probably down around the freezing mark for Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon we'll see mostly sunny skies and temperatures into the low 60s on Sunday, and falling off a little bit more as the sun sets on Sunday night to around 50. Fire danger, well, we've still got this high category over the Foothill Mountains. Surrey includes Stokes County too. Moderate levels for fire danger through the day tomorrow and also up over the mountains. The other thing tomorrow, it'll be dry in the afternoon, but the winds will be up just a little bit. That doesn't always help things, so you got to be careful if you're out there grilling or you're going to decide to do a fire pit or anything like that in the backyard. There is a burn ban still in place for some counties across the area, so be mindful of that as well. Temperature right now 60 in the Triad, 52 Boone, still quite mild down to the east, 67 in Fayetteville, and some low 60s around Raleigh and back out towards Kinston and Greenville right now. High temperatures today, well, a lot of us got into the upper 60s to a low 70, 74 Lexington, 70 in Winston-Salem. So once again, temperatures were well above normal. Officially, we'll go down to 68 for the day today at the airport. Our average for this time of year, 60, so we're above normal. Our record high for today's date was 77. That set back in 1964. November precipitation so far, still just a trace amount has been measured. This severe drought that we're in for the foothills and the western Piedmont, the last time we were at that level of drought was back in March of 2017. So we need some rain in here. For the month so far, we're about 1 3/4 inches below normal and a little over 2 inches below normal for the year so far, this year so far. Looking ahead, tomorrow, dry afternoon, both Saturday and Sunday, low 60s. Monday, we're dry and cool. There may be some clouds in here, and temperatures will be into the 50s. And then for Tuesday, a very good chance of rain. The best chance of rain we've really seen in a few weeks across the area. So tomorrow, we'll start out mild. We'll be breezy through the day. Northwest wind, 66 at 1 p.m. And then as we get on into the evening hours, temperatures will drop off a little more. In the foothills tomorrow, temperatures about the same, the mid-60s, and then falling off in the afternoon, and plenty of sunshine in the mountains in the afternoon, but they'll be cooler and windier with temperatures in the low 50s tomorrow. Here's where the front is now. It'll move through overnight tonight and very early tomorrow morning, and we'll get some of this drier, cooler air to come in place, at least cooler than what we have of late. And then we're going to see some extra cool temperatures next week with highs in the 50s. Here it's Tuesday. You can see some of the rain that's around Tuesday morning into Tuesday afternoon, and then carry on over into Wednesday morning as well before we start to see that rain clear out as we get on into Wednesday afternoon. We got a parade tomorrow, and that's going to be in Burlington, 10 a.m. Temperatures will be around 59. It'll be breezy and cool. And then a Martinsville parade at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Temperatures will be right around 60 and a little bit breezy then as well. Here's our 7-day forecast for you. You see Monday through Friday, we've got temperatures in the 50s for highs each day, so below normal temperatures. Tuesday, that chance of rain, we've got our fingers crossed. We need it. May carry over into early Wednesday. And what about Thanksgiving Day? Temperatures in the mid-50s and mostly sunny.
Not bad at all, Dave. Thank you. Happening now, well wishes are pouring in tonight for Rosalind Carter. The 96-year-old former First Lady has entered hospice care. She is with her husband, former President Jimmy Carter, at their home in Plains, Georgia. The Carter family shared earlier this year that she has dementia. Her husband entered hospice care at home back in February. The couple has been married for more than 77 years. Now to the latest on the war between Israel and Hamas. The United Nations says it had to stop deliveries of food and other necessities to Gaza. It also warned of possible starvation as fuel in the territory ran out. Israel announced that it will allow a very small amount of fuel into Gaza each day. In the meantime, Israeli forces say they found the bodies of 2 hostages near a hospital in Gaza, a 19-year-old Israeli soldier and a 65-year-old grandmother who had been suffering from cancer. North Carolina's governor made 2 stops in the Triad today. He arrived at Galion Transportation Center there in Greensboro this morning. The visit was meant to highlight rail service within the state, and the governor arrived by train after leaving a station in Raleigh. After his stop there in Greensboro, the governor went to Winston-Salem State University, and there he attended a State of Teacher Diversity luncheon. The governor reiterated today that his proposal to bump up teacher pay in order to keep and attract that top talent. An academic building on the campus of North Carolina State University is being shut down after testing revealed environmental contaminants. Access to Poe Hall will be limited after 5 o'clock today, so right now that building is closed. Testing found PCBs, which are cancer-causing chemicals. The EPA reports PCB containing building materials are often in buildings constructed between the years 1950 and 1979. Poe Hall was built in 1971. The university will conduct further testing. Control room, are we staying on track or should we go to break? All right, folks, we know that a historic marker honoring Triad history will be revealed this weekend. Do we have this story in the back? We do. Star Connor stopped by the Winston-Salem Church before that big reveal. Do we have that story?
Catholics. And
Folks at home, once again, we do apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Let's get back to that story. A historic marker honoring Triad history will be revealed this weekend. Once again, Star Connor stopped by the Winston-Salem Church before the big reveal.
This parish is one of 4 historically black parishes in the Diocese of Charlotte. It was built in 1940 during segregation time, and it was established to meet the needs of African American Catholics. And now it's being honored for its moment in history.
I was the first baby to be baptized here at St. Benedict's.
Taking a moment to reflect on his own past, Willie King has been a member of St. Benedict the Moor Church since its opening. King says this place of worship was needed, especially during a time when African Americans had only few options to attend service.
We had to sit in the back pew of the church, so they decided we wanted our own. And the Franciscan heard of our cry, and they came to our aid and built us this church here.
There were 12 founding black families in East Winston-Salem who helped create the first members of the church. Now the parish is finally getting some recognition. This weekend, it will receive a historical marker.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's way overdue.
Father Melchizedek Umo says he's the 3rd black priest at the church. Umo, who is from Cameroon, has only been at St. Benedict the Moor for 3 months. He says receiving the historical marker will help educate some and bring back memories for others.
It's not really about the building itself, although the building is important, but the lives of the people that have been transformed in the course of the years with the church being present here.
Umo says history should never be forgotten, especially the time when the parish was built in 1940.
It's unfortunate that racism happened and there was desegregation, but we must keep reminding ourselves that no matter the color, black, white, yellow, green, we are all God's children.
The unveiling will be held here at St. Benedict the Moor at 10 a.m. on Saturday. In Winston-Salem, I'm Star Connor for WXII 12 News.
Star, thank you. Honda has recalled nearly 250,000 vehicles for an engine issue that could be deadly to drivers. Federal traffic safety officials say the issue involves a rod bearing that could, quote, wear and seize. That could lead to the engine stalling or running improperly, which could then lead to a fire or a crash. Impacted cars include models made by both Acura and Honda, like the Acura TLX and MDX, and the Honda Pilot, Ridgeline, and Odyssey. Notification letters are expected to go out to those owners in January. Dealers will inspect and fix the problem at no cost to you. In the effort to fill a labor shortage, the Federal Aviation Administration is giving students with specialized college degrees a direct path to air traffic controller jobs. The new program would open the field by allowing students to bypass the basic academy training. They would still have to complete a skills test among other assessments before going directly to field training. Nearly 3 dozen universities are taking part in this program. A murder mystery started in 1984 in Kentucky and came to an end 465 miles away right here in the Piedmont Triad. That case is now being featured on the Very Local app. It's the newest episode of Hometown Tragedy. The saga even involved a dramatic police chase, a shootout, and an explosion that no one saw coming.
I saw glass flying out of the side of a unmarked Greensboro police officer's car. Several rounds hit a car that had 3 officers in it, and one officer was pulling his gun when a bullet hit the side of his gun and shattered and peppered the side of his chest.
When all was said and done, 7 innocent people were killed. All were members of the same family. You'll hear from a Forsyth County investigator, as well as a WXII 12 photographer who was on this case that neither will forget. You can catch Hometown Tragedy, the mysterious slayings of a wealthy family, right now on the Very Local app.